Good afternoon and welcome to the 2015 Summer and Fall Commencement Exercises for the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. A special welcome to those joining us via live streaming. We are happy to offer this opportunity, expanding the celebration to include our internet guests. I am Christina Martinez, today's commencement marshal. Life has many passages, the transitions from one period to another. Cultures the world over mark these transitions with ceremonies steeped in tradition. Commencement is an important ritual for the human spirit, signifying great accomplishment and moving on to a world of possibilities. This year, UCCS has another major accomplishment to celebrate, as 2015 marks our institution's 50th anniversary. Today is a momentous day. We honor these graduates' past achievements and celebrate their bright futures. It is my great pleasure to present them to you, the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs class of 2015. Please remain standing and join Therese Carmack, a bachelor candidate from the Visual and Performing Arts program, in the singing of America the Beautiful. The words to this song were composed by Catherine Lee Bates in 1893 during a visit to Pikes Peak and were inspired by the beauty of this state. Lyrics are listed on page 7 of your program.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
And now, please join the UCCS Visual and Performing Arts University Choir, directed by instructor Solveig Olsen, in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
Please be seated. Now, it is my pleasure to present the Chancellor of the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, Dr. Pam Shockley Zalabak.
Before we begin the celebration of our commencement activities, please join me in a moment of silence in memory of the faculty, staff, and students we have lost since our last commencement. Their names are listed on page 5 of your program. A moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. I would like to acknowledge that we have assembled here today really a microcosm of our world. Graduates represent many states from across our great nation, as well as many nations. We also thank those whose support and dedication to the university have helped bring all of our graduates here today. I would like to introduce select members of the Platform Party by asking them to stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. You will meet others later in the program. Our Board of Regents members, on my right, Kyle Hibble, Chairman, 5th Congressional District. Glenn Gallegos, 3rd Congressional District. John Carson, 6th Congressional District. On my left, Irene Grego, Vice Chair, 7th Congressional District. Steve Bosley, at large, and Stephen Ludwig, at large. Also on my left, Bruce Benson, University of Colorado President, Michael Leitner, Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Patrick O'Rourke, Vice President, University Council, and Secretary of the Board of Regents. And on my right, Leonard Deniger, Senior Vice President and Chief of Staff. Let's give them all a round of applause. Next, I would like to ask the administrators, dean, faculty, and staff of the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, to rise on the floor, in the audience, or on the stage, and please remain standing. Please rise. Commencement is a time for us to reflect on the accomplishments, the education of our students, to be outstanding citizens of the community, the nation, and the world, for superb teaching, creative scholarship, exemplary service, for your energy and dedication to our students and the community, for the large and the small ways you show that you care for the development and success of our students. I thank you for your participation in our commencement today, and more importantly, for your work throughout the year. You may be seated. Now, almost graduates, I want you to join me in one final assignment, and I need you to listen carefully to the instructions because there is a right answer. So graduates who are the first members of your family to graduate from college, I want you to stand and remain standing. All right. Now, remain standing because you may be in more than one category, but just remain standing. Graduates who transferred to UCCS from a community college or other institution, please stand and remain standing. All right, graduates who volunteered in this great community, in your home community, or somehow assisted others while attending school, please stand and remain standing. All right. Next, graduates who worked full or part-time while attending UCCS, please stand and remain standing. All right, everyone stand. Everyone stand. All right. Few of us achieve a milestone such as the degree that you are earning today without the support of our family and friends. Similarly, UCCS would not be the institution it is today without the ongoing support of our many enthusiasts, whom we thank for helping us reach our 50th anniversary. I am sure each graduate would agree that they could not have come this far without the support of some very special people in their lives. To those graduates who are here today without family members or absent ones due to events beyond their control, please know everyone here is celebrating with you and honoring you and your accomplishments. So now, graduates, I ask you to find your supporters in the audience or think about them and give them a special round of applause. All right, please be seated, graduates. Now, it is my privilege to introduce Bruce Benson, President of the University of Colorado System.
Thank you, Chancellor. I'd like to add my welcome to the graduates, their family and friends, and the university faculty and staff. On behalf of the University of Colorado, I'd like to congratulate you and all the people who helped you. Your degree from this great university will change your lives forever. As you start the next stage of your life, I'd like to share with you some of my thoughts with you that have helped me throughout my life. Listen to others. Make sure you all hear all sides of the issue. Your ideas may not always be the best. You can accomplish a lot more if you don't care who gets the credit. And in every decision, watch out for unintended consequences. Stay focused on what's important and finish what you start. And think before you act. And if you make a mistake or a bad decision, admit it, apologize, fix it as fast as you can, and just move on. And when you make an agreement, make sure both sides are happy. Don't always try to get the advantage. Seize opportunities as they come along. If you have a life plan, don't miss opportunities that don't fit exactly into your plan. And think outside the box. Don't be afraid to take calculated risks to advance your cause. People want leaders. If you see a void, fill it. And when you become a leader, be inclusive and open. Try to listen more than you talk. Hire great people who are trustworthy and work as a team. And know what you don't know. Be sure you have people around you that do know. And treat everyone with respect, and remember that everyone has a place in this world. And always lead by example. Do the right thing, no matter how tough it is. You will be rewarded. Be generous with your time, and when you can, with your money. And don't forget your alma mater. Gotcha. Contribute to your community. Volunteer for projects that you care about. You will do good, and it'll make you feel really good. And in the end, your word, your honesty, your reputation, your integrity are all that you have, so don't lose them. And don't forget, the harder you work, the luckier you will get. So good luck to all of you as you start the next phase of your life. And again, congratulations.
Hello, I'm Zach Woolweaver, Student Body President, and I want to give you all a wonderful congratulations for this momentous occasion. Graduates, the senior class gift, I'm sorry, I don't know where my script is. The senior class gift was a tradition started with the spring 2015 class. And the class gift this year is contributions that will go towards the Reach Your Peak Scholarship Fund. In this way, the senior class this year is paying it forward towards scholarships for the future UCCS students. Those graduates who have contributed to this gift are wearing blue cords today. I would ask those graduates to stand and be recognized now.
Thank you, Mr. Woolweaver. At our December commencement, we have a tradition of selecting a distinguished UCCS alumnus to address our graduates. This afternoon, we are honored to have Yusef Komunyakaa, Pulitzer Prize winner in poetry, as our 7th annual Distinguished Alumnus Speaker. Professor Komunyakaa began writing poetry in 1973 at UCCS, where he was an editor for and contributor to the campus arts and literature publication River Run. 21 years later, in 1994, he received the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry for his book, Neon Vernacular, New and Selected Poems, 1977 to 1989. He received his Bachelor of Arts in Distributed Studies in 1975 from the University of Colorado Springs, before earning a Master of Arts and Master of Fine Arts degrees at other institutions. It is my privilege to introduce UCCS Distinguished Alumnus Yusef Komunyakaa.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2015, sometimes strange temptations are placed before us. For years now, I've been following poetry wherever it takes me, all the twists and turns and surprises on the map. And perhaps this journey began when I was 10, reading Phyllis Wheatley's On Imagination during Negro History Week in Bogalusa, Louisiana. And through the decades, I have returned to the poem, still intrigued by these 4 lines. We, on thy pinions, can surpass to win, and leave the rolling universe behind. From star to star, the mental optics rove, measure the skies, and range the realms above. I must admit, a part of my curiosity lies in the fact that a teenage house slave wrote these lines, and they were published in 1773. Indeed, poetry has taken me on an incredible voyage. I was thinking of this August when I was standing before a group of middle school children in Macedonia, speaking about Phyllis Wheatley and Langston Hughes. The class had translated some of Hughes's poems, and I couldn't believe their youthful passion and excitement. Standing there, I realized poetry travels. Some of my friends would say Bogalusa is a good place to be from, a long ways from. But for me, it wasn't just a green empire with all its dense woods it was also a place of discovery, a temple of contemplation. It was the place I learned the brain is a gluttonous organism because it wishes to experience every sensation, to interrogate every shadow of doubt, to crave and revel in every possibility, to react to the world, seen and unseen, through the chemistry of the cells. Indeed, my life has taken me a long ways from that solitary landscape in Bogalusa, Louisiana, my refuge as a boy, but for many, a place of blues and terror. I returned from war in 1971, and I was stationed at Fort Carson, where I edited Harambee, a mimeograph publication for the Racial Harmony Council. My job was to read, write, and discuss aspects of minority history with soldiers, officers, and enlisted men. When I was discharged from the Army, I came running to the University of Colorado here in Colorado Springs, where I took my first creative writing class, a workshop with Dr. Alex Blackburn, and I've been writing poetry ever since. In 1975, I was fortunate to meet the great poet Robert Hayden, who I had closely read his poem, Night, Death, Mississippi. After his Friday night reading at Colorado College, he signed my book, and the next day, Hayden, Dr. Blackburn, and I went to the Golden Bee Tavern, and then to the Garden of the Gods, a place where I could really often sit in contemplation among the reddish rocks, among the formations. The landscape provoked mystery. I feel personally linked to Hayden's poem, American Journal. The place is amazing. It's the last poem in his collected poems. A monologue that shows how language and imagination can transform a physical landscape into a psychological and spiritual one. In the poem, Hayden Speaker, a space traveler, is a philosopher poet whose questions probe the intricate realities of being. This interloper reports back to the consulars. So, American landscape is an extended question or system of questions. In fact, the poem suggests that it is natural for us to question social and political realities on Earth and in relationships to the universe. Here are a few lines from that poem. What do they fear? Mistrust betray more than freedom. They boast of, in their ignorant pride, have seen the squalid ghettos in their violent cities, paradox on paradox, and how have the Americans managed to survive? Hayden used his own experience of otherness as a metaphor where Earth becomes a foreign planet and everyday happenings become absurd. In this way, metaphor prompts questions, the psychological and philosophical guts of freedom. Questions are essential to a process of reasoning, and thus they prompt action. Like it or not, we seem condemned to pose them. Don't be afraid of being a young Mira Rukeyser with her questions about the theory of flight, even if you also the questions about biotech, nomenclature, or the science of growing plants on Mars. If one doesn't dare to pose questions to bridge history and negotiate time, we are condemned to grow vengeful. Okay. Some may fear that questions are unpatriotic, but our great thinkers, scientists, and politicians have posed them. In his podium speech in 1961, President Dwight D. Eisenhower said of the military-industrial complex, the potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. In this sense, Eisenhower was a cultural critic, and he had given the citizen something to think on. Perhaps, in fact, it is unpatriotic not to heed Eisenhower's warning. Some inner voice says, will we ever get the nerve to count the dead of Iraq? And whom do we hold accountable for the miscalculation on purpose? Today, Eisenhower would be shocked beyond words. In fact, for too many of us, war has become entertainment and branding, while our soldiers and Marines marching across football fields at halftime and our computerized war games, leaving our children bloodless. These hard questions challenge our lifestyle. If we are willing to answer them with integrity, we must sacrifice. Think of the recent talks in Paris on climate change and our fragile earth. Our citizens, especially the young like you, must have a multitude of questions concerning the earth and your children, the earth your children will inherit. Why? We may question crimes of the past. We must negotiate and move on, hopefully beyond, together into a more sustainable world. Class of 2015, you are blessed in a historical moment where questions dare to prevail. At least we hope, with our fingers crossed, that we are a long ways from McCarthyism. You possess the freedom of questions, and you are armed with a foundation of hope. Remember that art is also pragmatic because it dares to question the future through the past and present. Yes, Plato was right. We poets do trouble the waters. But I believe that reasoning is part of the moral leisure. I never expected to be standing here in Colorado Springs in such a privileged position, speaking to you today. But through acts of imagination, whether in the making of art or science, we can travel in the real world. I hope you continue posing questions that keep us human on an earth we have been entrusted. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Komunyakaa. We are honored today to have alumni with us who graduated 25 years ago. They are identified as our silver graduates. I would like to recognize the members of the Letters, Arts, and Science class of 1990 who are joining us today by asking them to stand and remain standing. Albert Godek, Monica Rundo Godek, Nancy Thomason. I take great pleasure in recognizing each of these distinguished alumni. As the silver graduates exit the arena floor, please join me in applauding their efforts to help build the foundation of what the university has become. I am pleased to announce in this golden anniversary 50th year the induction of a special group of individuals to a newly formed 1965 Main Hall Society. This recognition pays tribute to those whose lifetime giving supported the campus in significant ways to help us become the university we are today. Their generosity has endowed professorships, created scholarships, funded research, and named buildings. At this time, I ask members of the inaugural 1965 Main Hall Society to stand and be recognized for their many contributions. Jim and Wynn Berger, Randall and Lena Gay Case, Jerry Dickman on behalf of the Chapman Charitable Foundations, Kyle Hibble on behalf of the El Pomar Foundation, Donna Hildebrand, Lester B. Dusty and Catherine H. Liu, Ed and Mary Osborne, Peter and Vivian Teets. Thank you for your support and commitment to our graduates, the college, and the future of UCCS students. We honor you.
Today, we are also honored to recognize graduating Army ROTC students who commenced service to our country upon commissioning this morning. We also honor graduating active duty students as well as veterans who have already served our country. Will the graduating ROTC students and graduating active duty and veterans please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. At this time, we will begin to confer the degrees. We will do this in 3 groups. First, doctoral, then master's degrees, and finally, baccalaureate degrees. As the doctoral candidates are named, they will be hooded by their faculty advisors. Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please come forward? Kelly Klebe, Dean of the Graduate School.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership, Research, and Policy.
Dean Klebe, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership, Research, and Policy, and I welcome them into the community of scholars. Congratulations.
Amanda Alley, dissertation, Resilience, Mid-Level Student Affairs, Professionals' Lived Experiences. Jennifer Juris Rapp, dissertation, The Influence of Academic Aptitude, Social Constructs, and Self-Theories on Post-Secondary Degree Choice of Colorado Students. Michelle Elaine Johnson, dissertation, Analysis of Proactive Personality in U.S. Air Force Academy Cadets, a mixed methods study. Peggy McNulty, dissertation, Campus Sustainability Efforts, a study of the long-term impact of college and university sustainability programs on graduates. Jennifer Walsh Robertson, dissertation, The Relationship Between Project Management Professional Certification and Project Health. Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School, I have the honor to present this candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering.
Dean Klebe, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon this graduate the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering and welcome him into the community of scholars. Congratulations.
Abhijit Bindali, emphasis in computer science, dissertation, Open World Recognition. Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School, I have the honor to present this candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Science.
Dean Klebe, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon this graduate the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Science and welcome him into the community of scholars. Congratulations.
Nicholas Anderson, emphasis in physics, dissertation, localized electromagnetic waves, interactions with surfaces and nanostructures.
Congratulations to each of our PhD graduates. Chancellor Shockley-Zalabak, we now confer the graduate degrees of the university. Kelly Klebe, Dean of the Graduate School.
All 6 colleges and schools contribute to the programs of the Graduate School. Candidates will be introduced by their respective deans. Will the candidates for the degrees Master of Science and Master of Sciences in the Helen and Arthur E. Johnson Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences please come forward? Nancy Smith, Dean of the Helen and Arthur E. Johnson Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Chancellor Shockley-Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Helen and Arthur E. Johnson Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Master of Science and Master of Sciences.
Dean Smith, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Science and Master of Sciences. Congratulations. Ready?
Molly Oster.
Aaron Heberlein.
Crystal Henderson.
Stephen Given.
Alexandra Smith.
Tracy Rafuse.
Georgina Segura. Kelly Oldham.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration in the College of Business please come forward? Venkat Reddy, Dean of the College of Business.
Chancellor Shockley-Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Business and Administration and the Graduate School of Business Administration, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration.
Dean Reddy, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Master of Business Administration. Congratulations.
Nicole Jackson.
Patricia Avila.
Rebecca Kaplinger.
Vanita Schmidt.
Roger Johansson.
Brian Sear.
Caitlin Geibel.
Paul Borsick.
John Kessler.
Joshua Dock.
Andrew Montgomery.
Jolene Showland.
Allison Meggers.
Justin Howard.
Corrine Keener.
The Distinguished Graduate Academic Achievement Award, Jing Zhang.
The Distinguished Graduate Academic Achievement Award, Matthew Whitaker.
Will the candidates for the degrees Master of Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administration in the School of Public Affairs please come forward? George Reed, Dean of the School of Public Affairs.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Public Affairs, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Master of Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administration.
Dean Reed, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Master of Criminal Justice and Master of Public Administrations. Congratulations.
Devada Whitfield. Thomas Swint. Hassan Al-Harbi. Jessica Greiser. Kevin Hudgens. Gisa McCrae. Kylie K. Montoya.
Will the candidates for the degrees Master of Arts and Master of Sciences in the College of Education please come forward? Valerie Martin Conley, Dean of the College of Education.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Education, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Master of Arts and Master of Sciences.
Dean Martin Conley, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Master of Arts and Master of Sciences. Congratulations.
Judy Brandberg.
Nicole Gilmore.
Distinguished Graduate Academic Achievement Award, Monica Colon.
Sarah Hinkle.
John Fisher.
Heather Kramus.
Rebecca Piltz.
Rashay Fink.
Elizabeth Fisk.
Christina Frosto.
Alam Algarari.
John Norgord.
Brada Gromry.
Tracy Cosman.
Andrea Ayala.
Bryant Perryman.
Travis Dollar.
Jennifer Mayorga.
Danielle Jackson. Carolyn Gillis. Jillian Zingali. Wafa Algamadi.
Will the candidates for the degrees Master of Engineering and Master of Science in the College of Engineering and Applied Science please come forward? Ramaswamy Dandapani, Dean of the College of Engineering and Applied Science.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Master of Engineering and Master of Science.
Dean Dandapani, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Master of Engineering and Master of Science. Congratulations.
Aaron Burkhart.
Minwa Al-Shamari.
Samantha Cardenas.
Shania Janavi Yadanapudi.
George Cunningham.
Krishma Nair.
Charles Roper.
Dubari Bora.
Alfredo Gilem.
Ashish Korpe.
Adam Smiley.
Fahad Box.
Scott Silver.
Jeffrey Rosado.
Caleb Poole.
Ravi Teja Bila.
Khalid Al-Khattabi.
Shatish Ramaneni.
Will the candidates for the degrees Master of Arts, Master of Science, and Master of Sciences in the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences please come forward? Peter Braza, Dean of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Master of Arts, Master of Sciences, and Master of Science.
Dean Braza, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate School and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Master of Arts, Master of Science, and Master of Sciences. Congratulations.
Kayla Allen. Aaron Shaw. Kirsten Ho. Sarah Santa Cruz. Reese Adragna.
This concludes the conferring of graduate degrees. Will all undergraduates who have been nominated for honors distinctions please rise and remain standing. These candidates will be presented by Acting Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor Terry Schwartz.
This year, 218 graduates campus-wide received honors distinction. These are the students whose achievements in academics are truly outstanding, who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of academic excellence, and who have contributed immensely to the intellectual vitality of the campus. I am proud to present these distinguished graduates who have been nominated to receive their degrees with one or more of the following designations: honors, special honors, distinction, high distinction, highest distinction, cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. It is my pleasure to bestow upon these distinguished graduates the honors designations for which they have worked so diligently and with such excellence. Congratulations to you all.
Please be seated. Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, we now confer the undergraduate degrees. Will the candidates of the Helen and Arthur E. Johnson Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences please come forward? Dean Nancy Smith.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Helen and Arthur E. Johnson Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science.
Dean Smith, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Helen and Arthur E. Johnson Bethel College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Ready? Jesus Chavez, cum laude.
Juanita Valdez, magna cum laude.
Megan Steele.
Mary Inoue, summa cum laude.
Alexandria Schwartz.
Felice Vigil, magna cum laude.
Kelly Clem.
Laurencia Lucas Kane.
Hope Whitman, cum laude.
Dina Mosley, cum laude.
Olivia Hatzler, cum laude.
Kelly Cheslock.
Diva Chavez.
Brianna Cook, cum laude.
Emily Crompton, cum laude.
Philip Levering, magna cum laude.
Danielle Sadrine.
Mary Sang.
Allison Haddad, cum laude. Leanne Ryan, summa cum laude. April Thomas, magna cum laude. Angela Evans.
Will the candidates of the College of Business and Administration please come forward? Dean Venkat Reddy.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Business and Administration, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Innovation and Bachelor of Science.
Dean Reddy, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Business and Administration, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Bachelor of Innovation and Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Jonathan Quinn, magna cum laude.
Austin Jones Maddox.
Angelia Hamilton.
Sean Tyler Gillum.
Brandon McKenna, summa cum laude.
Spencer Smith.
Joseph Laurel, cum laude.
Gregory Gomez.
Sandra McDuff.
Holly Erickson.
Brandon Ridenauer, magna cum laude.
Jeffrey Moore.
Adam Fisher.
Charlotte Gilner.
Stephen Lutton.
Kayla Jackson.
Christopher Hamilton.
Jessica Greer.
Aaron Paulino.
Hazel Layton.
Joseph West.
Ashley Snyder, magna cum laude.
Corey Volk.
Bryson Lamb.
Megan Paget, cum laude.
Lee Hessen, cum laude.
Jordan Kinnaw.
Sarah Bauman.
Dalton Heffley, cum laude.
Michael Kulhanek.
Carson Torsha.
Alex Keir.
Samantha Jeanette.
Margaret Manka, cum laude.
Kelly Sardella.
Cameron Dahlstein, cum laude.
Brooke Kissam.
Brian McCauley, cum laude.
Natalie Katzer.
Boyd Baldry.
Kelsey Meckenstock.
Pitt Grasnov, summa cum laude.
Alan Widmeyer, summa cum laude.
Amanda Slominski.
Olga Scott.
Jared Simmons, magna cum laude.
Carmen Moore, summa cum laude.
Benjamin Shoptaw.
Katrine Kramer, summa cum laude.
Giovanni Villarreal.
Amber Gilreath.
Jacob Bach.
Michael Munson.
Stephanie Brown.
Christopher Tribble.
Dustin Dalzell, summa cum laude.
David Robinson, magna cum laude.
Mark Bakel, summa cum laude.
Vincent Barbish, cum laude.
Reza Ahmadian.
James Gillis.
Carl Church.
Blake Whittemore, summa cum laude.
Christopher Benta.
Brandon Tomic.
Danielle Chavez.
Kellen Eggleston.
Nicholas Pompey.
Blake Butterly.
Michael Tyler Prentice, magna cum laude.
Sydney Markle.
Anita Moser.
Michael Mangan, magna cum laude.
Melissa Ross.
Andrew Hogue, cum laude.
Kyle De Hoyos.
Lily Chisholm.
Patrick Freeman.
Sarah Lee Landry.
Matthew Vieira.
David Radka.
Angelo Jaramillo.
Tyler Hicksonbaugh. Andrew White. Grizel Tobate. Sharon Cabral. Desiree Hooper. Patrick Vire. Oliver Rawls. Othman Shafi. William Hazelwood.
Will the candidates of the School of Public Affairs please come forward? Dean George Reed.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Public Affairs, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts.
Dean Reed, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Public Affairs and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degree Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations.
Martha Cervantes, magna cum laude.
Nia Sims.
Caitlin Bueno, cum laude.
Trinity Moses, cum laude.
Sterling Hunter.
Manuel Montes.
Anthony White.
Caleb Payne, magna cum laude.
Sarah Clements, cum laude.
Kayla Tinsley.
Jacob Laughlin.
Courtney Hoopy.
Caitlin Ortega.
Barkley Roberts, cum laude.
Allison Quirk.
Jennifer Riddle, magna cum laude.
Jessica Johnson.
Michael Callis.
Lene Davis, cum laude.
Emily Ransom.
Corinne Kearns.
Will the candidates of the College of Engineering and Applied Science please come forward? Dean Ramaswamy Dandapani.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Innovation and Bachelor of Science.
Dean Dandapani, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Bachelor of Innovation and Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Brandon Otto.
David Kalina.
Jay Kim.
Noel Smith.
Franklin Lawson.
Paul Scow.
Lyra Holmes.
Calvin Faldorf.
Lynn Kim.
Lohitha Ayanad.
Jacob Shields.
James Carlson.
John Ballon.
Scott Landry.
Lawrence Olkers.
Parker Boyce with University Honors and Special Honors.
Anton Ponchesny.
Adrian Roth with Honors.
David Corey.
Melissa Spencer with Special Honors.
Dion Burton.
Gabriel Young with Honors.
Andrew Colchin.
Rodney Fries.
Oren Lewis.
Kyle Sadburn.
Nicole Davis.
Luke Benson with Special Honors.
Zachary Smith.
Edmias Asrat.
Francisco Benitez de Jesus.
Carrie Scobie.
Brendan Molinari.
Heather Tochi.
Christina Foley.
Dustin Bingham.
Alexandria Craig.
Connor Burke.
Christy Bellows with Special Honors.
Van Nguyen with Honors.
Christopher Merrick.
Tai Tao with Honors.
Ryan Walsh with Special Honors. Ivan Elian. Bao Lei with Special Honors. honors. Aziz Agubiande.
Will the candidates of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences please come forward? Dean Peter Braza.
Chancellor Shockley Zalabak, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
Dean Braza, upon the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these graduates the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Alana Martin, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Natalie Robinson.
Paola Vega Reynolds, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Sean Roth.
Mary Carmack, summa cum laude.
Trenton Crethis.
Amy Capel.
Monica Rose McFadden, cum laude.
Christopher Contreras.
Caleb Turner, magna cum laude.
Megan Narwald.
Mi Hwan Yim, magna cum laude with highest distinction.
Christina Nicole Cook.
Vanessa Palayo.
Isaac Morrow.
Jessica St. John, magna cum laude.
Benjamin Bogart, magna cum laude.
Taylor Curtis, cum laude.
Philip Joyce, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Christine Uno.
April Weffler.
Francis Morrow.
Crystal Chilcott, summa cum laude with highest distinction.
Joshua Spates.
Kayla McPherson, magna cum laude.
Susan Maher, magna cum laude.
Rosa Medellin, magna cum laude.
Cecilia Otto Griffiths.
Amber Winfrey.
Rachel Martin.
David McNamee.
Laura Schlichting, summa cum laude.
Vivian Harmon, cum laude.
Chelsea Anglin.
Amber McAfee.
Jan Cannon, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Jesse Palmer.
Marshall Whitley.
Brandy Arsenault.
Melanie Cicero, cum laude.
Joseph Brockman.
Trinity Moses, cum laude.
Leah McFadden.
Megan Marcus.
Brianna Acker.
David McConaughey.
Jonathan Nishimoto.
Angela Verstraete.
Caitlin Carew, cum laude.
Cassandra Stratton.
David Johnson.
Nyla Hetman.
Jonathan Pouquet, cum laude.
Ashley Murphy, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Alexander Nenza.
Patrick Turner, magna cum laude.
Bethany Robinson.
Christian Bird, cum laude with high distinction.
Chad Lutchins, magna cum laude.
Philip Clark.
Ivan Dyson.
Brandy Davis, cum laude.
Jamar Anderson.
Victoria Worley.
Christopher Kaspersky, cum laude.
Aaron Steinman.
Melissa Dwyer.
Rachel Carpenter, magna cum laude.
Kristen Marie Lamack.
Emily Ransom.
Joel Nowitzki.
Shanda Bettis.
Brady Busby.
Julie Thornberry.
Jacqueline Wilner.
Bradley Sparger.
Mark Rogers, magna cum laude, LAS high distinction.
Jessica Koheiser.
Joshua Lee Kenyon.
Shelby Wellbrock.
Bryce Brownfield, magna cum laude.
Salis Acosta.
Evan Cowles, cum laude.
Adina Robinson.
Whitney Kelly, magna cum laude with highest distinction.
Charlene Melvin Shaw.
Brittany Guerrero, magna cum laude with highest distinction.
Michael Begley.
Mark Schutte, cum laude.
Karamar Aguiar.
Jessica McCoy.
Sierra Steeb.
Taryn Hall.
Dana Bright, magna cum laude with highest distinction.
Mariah Walker.
Sean Burke.
Rosa Villanueva.
Chloe Hampton.
Jessica Augustine.
Adisa Sucheska.
John Radabaugh.
Samuel Meyer.
Carl Hutchinson, magna cum laude.
Anna Tayana Majad.
Andres Steger.
Madison Mondell.
Wilford Schweer.
Krista Colvin.
Darla Berry.
Nicholas Robichaud.
Mariah Seaborn, magna cum laude.
Kelsey Martin, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Disney.
Monica Carrick.
Eric Purdy, magna cum laude.
Garrison Summers.
Jeremy McLinden, magna cum laude.
Sully Oliva.
Patrick Moore.
Grace Owino.
Michelle Cosley.
Hayes Hanson Griswold.
Jill Jenkins, magna cum laude.
Raquel Reynolds, magna cum laude.
Christina Mascarenas, cum laude.
Zachary T. Tatum, cum laude.
Alyssa Kabanik.
Aspen Jenkins.
Warren Boda.
Benjamin Smith, summa cum laude with highest distinction.
Jennifer LaGualia, cum laude.
Amy Berg, summa cum laude with highest distinction.
Logan Schachner, magna cum laude.
Katrina Rutz.
Allison Harano, cum laude.
Corey Carlton.
Stephen Cosley.
Lauren Pickett.
John Furco Jr.
Megan French.
TJ Bruyere.
Cassandra Guyette.
Austin Fredrich.
Amara Nagel.
Kelsey Dillon.
Rachel Miller.
Wesley Brennan.
Brittany Smith, cum laude.
Jason Beardsley.
Erilyn Sarah Ward.
Christina Siegfried, cum laude.
Lenore Levy.
Sarah Welton, magna cum laude.
Sarah Milo.
Brandon Ness, summa cum laude.
Mia Pino.
Nicholas Christian, summa cum laude with highest distinction.
Misha Smith.
Catherine Melgar.
Sandra Rice.
Leanne Girding, magna cum laude.
Leah Ledbetter, summa cum laude.
Sierra Calloway.
Crystal Keller Dalbert.
Jasmine Velez.
Thomas Turner, magna cum laude with distinction.
Sarah Betha, magna cum laude.
Jessica Ackerman.
Valerie Rothman Hopkins.
Ryan Robles.
Macy Smith.
Nadia Bechtold.
Justin Bills.
Taylor Ferguson.
Ryan Buchanan.
Hussein Al-Kinal.
Jordan Goodman.
Elizabeth Gibson.
Drew Johnson.
Charlotte Nelson.
Kira Lofton.
Mariah McKay.
Eric Sassenfeld, cum laude.
Michelle Salazar Lopez.
Kyle Duran.
Miriam Patricia Lazaro Moreno.
Elise Wincoop, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Melanie Rose Whitcomb, cum laude.
Quinn Rowe.
Taylor Van Gundy, cum laude.
Brittany Wilson, summa cum laude.
Tesha Kavak, cum laude with Mountain Lion honors.
Chelsea Baird, magna cum laude, Latin and departmental honors.
Edward Walker with high distinction.
Sarah Grace Cofield, magna cum laude with high distinction.
Justin Krause.
Matthew Cofield.
Brian McFadden.
William Alonso.
Janae Cook.
Julia Hudson.
Jennifer Custer, cum laude with distinction.
Lindsay Godin.
Rachel Gardner, magna cum laude with distinction.
Allison Pobik, summa cum laude.
Ulysses Hassan.
Dylan Minsberg.
John Charlin II.
Lindsay Walker Bryson, magna cum laude.
David Welker.
Alyssa Hinkle, cum laude.
Amber Wright.
Kelly Alvis, cum laude.
Misty Schultz.
Carissa Klein.
Rebecca Barron.
Margaret Reynolds, cum laude.
Lily Lentz.
Ashley Fuller.
Courtney Eldred.
Tiffany Marshall. Samuel Feldado. Therese Carmack, summa cum laude.
This concludes the conferring of undergraduate degrees. Welcome to the great extended family of the university, with more than 42,000 alumni. Vice President of the Alumni and Friends Association, Laura Chandler, will now make a few comments and initiate all of our graduates into the Alumni Association.
We are honored today to have with us alumni from previous graduating classes. Will all UCCS alums in the audience please rise and be recognized? It is my pleasure to officially recognize you as new alumni of the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. As mentioned, you join the ranks of over 42,000 graduates who have earned a degree at this campus of the University of Colorado. As you have seen, many are with us here today. Alumni continue to be an important link to our university. Many of you will remain here, providing a connection between our university and the community. Others will leave, but as graduates, you will all share one commonality: a lifelong bond with your alma mater. We will continue to keep you connected to the university in the years to come. In return, we seek your involvement and support, not only to keep your alma mater strong, but to make her stronger. The Alumni and Friends Association is proud to congratulate the class of 2015 on your great achievement and wish you success in the years to come. Thank you.
It is an honored tradition at University of Colorado commencement ceremonies to read the charge to the graduates given first by the late CU President George Norlin to the class of 1935. Dr. Norlin was a professor of Greek at CU from 1899 to 1942. For 23 of those years, he served as president of the university, and the library he helped plan during that time now bears his name. His legacy at CU includes having dared to speak out as an eloquent champion of democracy and human equality during a time of serious threats to those principles across the nation. In 1924, the governor of Colorado reportedly took daily orders from the Ku Klux Klan, which controlled the legislature. One of those orders went to President Norlin, who was told to rid the faculty of all Catholics and Jews. Norlin refused, and the university received limited funds that year. CU barely survived. Later, in the early 1930s, President Norlin publicly denounced Hitler's Nazi regime in Germany. He devoted his career to two great causes: the life of the mind and love of this university, which he articulated in this charge to CU graduates. Graduates, please stand and hear the words of the charge to the graduates as delivered by Regent Gallegos.
You are now certified to the world at large as alumni of the university. She is your kindly mother, and you are her cherished sons and daughters. This exercise denotes not your severance from her, but your union with her. Commencement does not mean, as many wrongly think, the breaking of ties and the beginning of life apart. Rather, it marks your initiation in the fullest sense into the fellowship of the university as bearers of her torch, as centers of her influence, as promoters of her spirit. The university is not the campus, not the buildings on the campus, not the faculties, not the students of any one time. Not one of these or all of them. The university consists of all who come into and go forth from her halls, who are touched by her influence and who carry on her spirit. Wherever you go, the university goes with you. Wherever you are at work, there is the university at work. What the university purposes to be, what it must always strive to be, is represented on its seal, which is stamped on your diplomas, a lamp in the hands of youth. If its light shines not in you and from you, how great is the darkness? But if it shines in you today and in the thousands before you, who can measure its power? With hope and faith, I welcome you into the fellowship. I bid you farewell only in the sense that I pray you may fare well. You go forth, but not from us. We remain, but not severed from you. God go with you and be with you and us. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Regent Gallegos. Our sincere thanks to all who made this commencement a success. We especially appreciate the talented efforts of pianist Angelina Gadalaya, the Visual and Performing Arts Honors Ensemble under the direction of Music Program Coordinator Colin McAllister, and the Visual and Performing Arts University Choir for providing the music today. And now, in the simple but satisfying tradition, undergraduates who have not already done so, move your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Now, please join Visual and Performing Arts music instructor Solveig Olsen in singing the Alma Mater. The words are listed on page 7 of your program. This concludes our formal exercises. Graduates, before we end, we have a final assignment for those with a cell phone. We would like you to take a selfie and share it on social media with the hashtag UCCS2015 or email it to alumni@uccs.edu. Photos we receive will be posted on the Alumni and Friends Association Facebook page, where you can tag yourself to share with friends and family. Audience, once the stage party exits the arena floor, feel free to enter the arena floor to meet your graduate. Thank you for attending UCCS's 2015 commencement ceremony.